Hello, my name is Blanca Jauregui. Today is February 25th, 2018, and this is my part 2 of my lab for gross anatomy of the central nervous system. So we're going to be dissecting, the tools are this sheep brain. I have my dissection kit here, and then of course our pad, and I just have my laptop in front of me to guide me. And I do also have my 10% bleach, which I will be using once we're done with the lab, and this is what I'm going to use to clean up after all of this is done. So let me go ahead and get started on getting our sheep brain out of here. I'm going to rinse it. So we can get started. All right. Okay. All right, and the first thing I'm gonna do is pull out the meninges, which are this stuff right here. So let's hope I do this right. So we gently pull this out, it says here. So let's see. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on naming a few of the parts here that we see. So for starters, here we have the cerebellum. The frontal lobes would be these right here. The occipital lobes would be these right here. The parietal lobes would be these right here. And the temporal lobes we would find right here. So right here is where we would, actually no, sorry, more like right here is where we would find the temporal lobes. The other thing I want to note out is the gyri are these grooves here, the grooves on top of the brain. And then now I'd like to go ahead and introduce to you guys the longitudinal fissure, which is actually this part right here. So this midline right here is a longitudinal fissure. The mammillary bodies are going to be these two things right here. Actually, no, that's not it. Sorry about that. It's actually more here, right here in the center. Then we have the midbrain, which is basically the middle of the brain. So that would be more so like this part right here, the midbrain. Then we have the olfactory bulb. That's these two right here. So looking at the frontal, we have the olfactory bulb. The optic chiasma would be this part that I had mentioned earlier, which is now this is the correct. And then we have the optic nerves, which we can see right about here. See that nerve there? And then after that, we have the optic tracts. I'm sorry. So it would be here. This is an optic tract, this part right here. And then we have the parietal, the pons would be this lower part right here. And then we have the medulla oblongata, which is this section right here. Other than that, actually, there's one thing I'm not too sure. I forgot where the sulcus is at. I will have to take a point for that because I don't remember where that one's at. So I will go ahead and get started on a few other parts, but basically that's what I did want to discuss for this part of my lab. Just point out those parts of the brain. The next things that I'm going to do are, do a little bit of dissection as far as opening it up and, taking a closer look at it. So the sulcus appears to be, earlier I said the gyri are the groves, but the gyri is actually the ridges, and the sulcus would be the groves. So there is a difference between the sulcus and the gyri. And that's about it. Thank you.